चला तातड़ी है तातड़ी
एसआईपी में डायरेक्ट भेज दे।
नहीं पहले को भेज
हाँ 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 करिए
उसके बाद
भेज दिए। हेलो माइक चेक।
उधर माइक चेक करो जाके उधर जाओ माइक चेक करो तो एक बार माइक चेक करो
दीदी करो।
ठीक है ये ग्रुप में भेजो एसआईपी
Very good morning and happy rainy day. The only difference between a school and college, in a school, if it's rainy day, you probably would be very happy because the school would be suspended. I don't know what's the norm nowadays, but back in our days, that was a norm. But in a college, in the university level, you can find yourself, all of you are here, I am here, I'm almost half drenched, and I'm standing here in the AC. Probably I will not be able to wake up tomorrow morning because of cough and cold, not because I'm going to die. Right? So, thank you very much for all the students who are joining us, who have joined us, because it was really raining very hard this morning. So as you know, the schedule for today has already been shared, and the first lecture or deliberation would be around mentorship activities in JIS University. You should be glad to know that the university at its policy level believes that each and every student should be allocated a mentor who will guide you accordingly throughout the entire duration of your course for academic purposes. And that is really very helpful. Often we have found teachers, guardians, students saying that, okay, in a class we have 60 students. How can individual attention be given to each and every student? It's not possible. For that, there is an added layer of supervision, support, assistance that is called mentorship activities. Your mentor will obviously be a faculty member from your department who will take you under their tutelage, and he or she will help you reach your desired destination in academics. And to speak more on this, we have Dr. Arindam Maiti, Professor for the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, who is speaking on the mentorship activities in the university. Hopefully, you will find this very useful. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to each and every students present here, especially all the faculty members present here. As sir introduced me, myself is Dr. Arindam Maiti, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology is my department. I am served as a professor in that department. Joined here in 2021. So last 4 and 5 years, I am continuing here as a faculty. Now, those who are the pharmacy student, maybe they are a little bit similar lecture for all of you because we already have an interaction for the department level. But overall, these things is very important for each and every students of JIS University, those who are enrolled here, and all the students will be connected with the department of faculty members with the mentorship program. Now, Now, hopefully, all of you heard the terminology of the mentor or mentee. Okay, because maybe in your school also it is there with your subject teacher or class teacher. But here also, these things is follow in extensive level because we thought, or university thought, or the academic curriculum thought, the mentorship mentee program is very, very important for your academic and personal growth. Okay, so these things is very important for all of you. Now, first of all, if I talk about hello, hello. So first of all, these things is very important. First, you have to understand the definitions of mentor and mentee. So here there is no means that is these things is very you have to understand that the mentor and mentee relationship is very competitive, sporty. Okay, in general. Okay, so that's why if we talk about this, so as a mentor, the mentor are little bit more experienced than you regarding your academic and related activity and informations, and the mentee are just started their academic journey as a professional courses, and they will know don't know how to cope up with the overall system in the university, in the academic process, as well as the other academic related activity. So these two terminology is very important. So what you have to understand, sir, by these interactions with the mentor and mentee, first thing is the training, coaching, then directions, then support. So these all are very important. Maybe all the information is not known to you regarding your academic activity, regarding the university related information, regarding the exam lesson information. So each and every information, if you don't know, if you miss it, then it will be informed by your mentor. But simultaneously, you also have to be responsible that to interact with the mentor, that how we can get all this information which you miss. Okay. So based on that, you will can achieve your goal. It will be they will give advice to you how to do that. Then you get some motivations and as well as the desired success you want. Okay, next slide. So for that, there are four different stages of these things. First thing is initiation. Initiation should be done by both mentor and mentee. Okay, so both have to be interactive. That how the things are going on. What are the problem? What are the things? First, you have to introduce yourself. That I am a student of this department, this subject. I have some this goal, or I have some information, I have some problems. So these things you have to initiate it first. So then only you can understand what is your need. Okay. So that is the thing. You understand the mentor. Okay. Their philosophy and all. Next thing is cultivation. Cultivation is related to your academic and other related character. What you want to do. Okay. So in this case, we will develop with the personal, professional, and combination. Now, the personal means related to obviously academic. Okay, now personal means your other related part. Okay, so that professionalism we all expect from all of you. Yes, if the mentor is you're comfortable with you regarding all these interactions, you can do, but there should be some limit on that. Okay, so most important part it is related to your academic interaction, which is related to personal and professional part. Then is separation. Now this separation things is means sometimes you don't understand what you want to interact, what you don't want to interact. That things you have to be develop yourself. Okay. So suppose, sir, I am not able to came to the university because my mental state is not correct. Why? Because my father is we have bad interaction with my parents. So this thing is not give you any good results. Okay, so that means you have to be active yourself in a different activity related to academic and other part. So if you sit in a particular area, do not interact with anyone, you just engulf yourself only. So it will not solve you. Okay, so that things you have to understand first. Sometimes we are actually more strict to you regarding your attendance, examination results, your academic related activity, disciplines. Everything is important for your personal development, your academic development. No one here, all the teachers who are here, don't for you to harm you. Okay, we are here to develop your character along with your educations, along with your professional mentality. So that things is very, very important. Okay. So very one simple example I want to give you that you are here because you have a very means basic character that I have to attend this program. May not be you like it or you like it. Okay. So why? Because you want to know what are the things going on here in the initial stage of the university. So that is the good responsibility by yourself you are following. Some people are not kept because of some excuse, maybe some problem because today is the rainy day. So this is very difficult for all to come with a proper time. Last thing is redefinition. Redefinition means during the interaction process in your academic journey, you can understand what you want to do after 3 years, 2 years, or 4 years courses. You can understand what you have to do. So that things is very important. All the information nowadays available in internet, but it is not correct that all the information in internet are correct. Okay, there are certain things you don't know. So that experience have with the teachers, with the mentee. So that things you have to understand. Next. So these are the things we give it here that how this four important part is give you the basic understanding. So I just go through quickly on that part. So if you initiate, then we will get some specific goal, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So time discipline is very important manner. It was observed first class is 9:40. You came on 10, 10, 10 like that. Okay, what is the excuse? The excuse is that sir, there are 2 or 3 lifts we will not able to come in the right time. So if you came early for the 5 minutes, there is no problem for I think all of you. So then this problem will not happen. Okay. Next thing is time manner character give you a very good information or related character give you a very good lessons in your academic and professional journey. So that I believe so. Okay, may not be it is believed by you, but this is my personal opinion. Okay. Next thing is cultivation character by which you can initiate it, the identify what should be the achievable characters. Teachers and mentor and mentee will be very happy if you achieve something. It may not be academic, maybe in sports, maybe in cultural program, or maybe in other activity which may be initiated during your induction program and later on during your academic or departmental activity. Then with that we also have thrones and birds means what you will get, what you will not get. So that things is very very important. So you may be anticipated that I will get a good place after my study. So that expectation is very good. But for that, what you have to do, that is the thing, that is the journey with the mentor and mentee. Okay. So then separation pros and cons, how you can means what will give you, what character, what preparations give you the achievable your journey. So that is important. It is not always correct that whatever you have think, what process you follow may be correct for your achievement. So that's why that discussion is very important. Like I am not able to remember all the study if I read. This is the one example. So I think this is the most of the cases for maybe more than 50% of the student present here. So how you can remember it? So that things is needed with interaction with the subject teacher as well as sometimes with the mentee or mentor. Interaction with the mentor. Okay, so that things is very very important. Next. So for that connection for that, so this is the overall background. So what is the objective of this overall mentorship? To create an environment for the mutual trust between faculty and student. These things is very important. Suppose I am a very strict teacher. I maintain my personality, do not interact with the students. So the mentee, those who are under me, may not able to interact properly. So I have to be understand that situation. I have to interact properly with the students or mentee, and you also have to understand the situation. You have to interact with the faculty properly. So this will give you that mutual environment creations. Okay. Next thing, encourage interaction among students and dissipate the peer pressure. So nowadays, what happened? You are not able to handle the pressure, or maybe have more, you are more able to handle the pressure. Both the things are happened for different type of students. Like, sir, I am not able to cope up the study space. I cannot prepare it properly, so that's why my examination is not correct. There are very interesting thing is happened. Sir, I am in the Hindi medium. I am from the Bengali medium, so I am not able to understand the whole study process which is done by English. Okay, so हिंदी में कोई समझाएगा तो मुझे थोड़ा और अच्छा होगा. So that things may not be possible in the class. So what you can do, you can interact with that subject teacher, and you can invite that, sir or madam, I am not able to understand this. So can you elaborate again or like that? So these things is very important. Next, to help students to efficiently manage their personal issue. So I again said personal is related to academic. So I think hope all of you maintain that. Then, and interpersonal relationships is related to the academic progress. Last things is very important for a mentor-mentee relationship. That is, reduce the stress and depression. So nowadays, the depression is a very common for all of you. Okay, it is also for us, but the anxiety is much more to all of you. So that should be reduced during your academic journey, and that should be only helped by the teachers along with the mentee. Next. So these are the benefit of the students what they will get. So if I go it shortly, you will get some your confidence, you get some related information, you get information right time in the right way. Like the most complicated thing for all of you, which I understand, is that know how to run the companion app, which is you have to run during your academic journey, which is available here. Next, how to fill up the examination fees and other related things. How you get the notes, class notes. So there, from the LMS, you can get the class notes. You have to give the your assignment for each and every class notes uploaded in the LMS, and that individually available in your personal phone. So how you will do that? So everything is needed to do it in a protocol and timely manner. Okay, so that things you have to know how to do that. Sometimes you will not able to understand how this process will be going on. Sometimes you will be confused. So that should be clear. Okay. So this is the one thing. Okay, one minute. Next is the your further development regarding the higher studies, other related process. Like you should go with the training process. Okay, some workshop. Okay, that information may not be available with you. Okay, maybe those who are senior, those who are in the process of academic journey, they know that. So they will in a timely manner they will give the information. You will understand, and then there are maybe you are not interested in a particular training program. Okay, so I said that as a mentor, I said you have to enroll this program by each and every mentee under me. So, but you have to interact with that faculty members that, sir, I am not interested in this part of the training. I am interested in that part of the training. If this type of training is available, then you should inform me. I will enroll. So, this basic information and interaction is very important. Okay. Next. So this is the overall thing which is very shortly you will achievable by both with the help of your mentor and mentee, and I hope all of you achieve this process by this process. Okay, next. Uh, these things is only done by the responsibility of both the faculty and students. Okay, the first role is your faculty who is act as a mentor. First thing is to build a personal rapport with the students. This is very important. Okay. Next, as a local guidance, we have to act because if you do anything in the department, means that in disciplinary any necessary things you are done. So first information is collected from your mentee. That this student is doing this. What is your opinion? So I have an information sheet with myself regarding all your details. So I can support you regarding your activity, maybe not support you if it is not correct. So that things is first important. Okay, so that's why as a mentor, we need to act as a local guardian for your academic journey. Next is your support to help the tackle academic research, academic importance, and academic your that is examination or other related things. Next, expertise and experience character, encouragement and motivation is very important, which we need to give you. Okay, and that is very important for your academic journey, and provide proper guidance and support. So what student have to do? First thing is be open and receptive. Receptive means you have to accept the information is given to you. Open means that you cannot say anything. Okay, you have to listen it carefully, patiently, and then you can say in a normal way. Then set a goal and work towards them. If some information, some target given by mentee, then you should interact with the mentee that mentor that, sir, I don't want to do these things, but I want to do this. So that interaction is very important. Okay. Next is ask question, seek feedback. Means obviously constructive question is always welcome. Okay. So that things is very important. Next. So this is the overall model of interactive sessions with the mentor and mentee. We can sit, individual teachers will sit with the individual mentee student by one-to-one as a group, peer with with you as well as your parents, that these things is happen. You know that sometimes what happen, there is no interaction between you and your parents regarding your academic journey. Okay, so one interesting incident I will share. One student is not passed his third year subject examination, so he will not promoted to fourth year. That's for our department regulation. But his father is don't know about these things. He said to his father that I have a one supply in last semester, and it is clear, then I will get the degree. Ironically, he is not passed his third year, so he will not promoted in fourth year. So that interaction sometimes is required. So we need the parents' phone number. For sometimes we will not call the parents. If you are not doing good, then only we interact with the parents. And there will be a parents teachers meeting in a yearly basis or semester basis. So there you have to participate with you along with your parents. Then sometimes we do it in online mode if all the students are not available during one-to-one and group interactions. Next. So the best practice is clear expectations, set boundaries. This boundary is related to your student-teacher relationships, obviously. Then positive environment, obviously, this is responsibility of both teachers as well as your students. Then flexibility. Flexibility means related to your work and accessibility regarding the different interaction. Must. So conclusion is the powerful tool regarding the mentee relationship is that mentoring can greatly impact on the students' success. I personally believe that these things give you a better result. Positive intake are follow guidelines to make a difference. Sometimes what happens as a student, it is a very basic nature. We always not follow the guidelines. It is also done by me also. So it is not, it is same thing for you also. So sometimes you have to follow certain things which is always important. Okay? We may not follow all the things, but you need to follow as per the university rules and regulations, as per the academic integrity, as per the academic environment. Okay, so these things is very important. Next one. Right. So for each and every department, there will be a mentorship form. Okay, I will show you our department form. It will be available for your department only. So that form you have to fill it up after your mentor is decided by the HOD as your class coordinator, and then you have to fill it up that informations, and that should be signed by you, your guardian, along with the HOD of the department. Okay? Achha? No. So just I will take 1 minute. So this is a form. I think just scroll it down. So you have to give your information here. Next page, follow. Just scroll down. Next page. So this is here. You have to paste your photograph and your result up to class 12. Next. Scroll down. Scroll down. Here you have to sign it. This one is very important. So each and every semester you have to put your CGPA and SGPA. So by which we can understand your progression in the academic level. Next, if you achievable with the competitive exam, GATE, ILS, TOEFL, we have a GPAT. You also participate in the different conference, workshop, and training. That information is also enlisted here. So who will enlisted this? We are not enlisted this. So if we get a training, we just come to the mentor and say, this is my certificate. I achieved this training and workshop. I want to enroll here. So that's this way we will know whatever the things you have done. Maybe I have instructed you to do so, but maybe you will willingly do this. So that information should be listed here. You have lost it? So if you participate in other activity, means sports and other related, everything will be enlisted here, and based on that we can understand your academic progress. And generally what happened during your academic journey, mentor will be fixed for your 2 years, 4 years, or 4 years or 3 years courses. Okay, that is fixed. So then it will be very easy to you to interact, to know that how this things is going on. So thank you all. I hope it is understandable to all of you. If you have any question, you can ask me. Sir, yeah, I have time. You want me to help? Okay. So if anyone have any question, so then you can ask. Otherwise, I will leave the stage or my question. Any question by any of you? Okay. These forms will be given to you by the HOD of your department, and I think we in each department there is a very basic structure. First, understand that your HOD is there, your class coordinator is there, and there will be your some mentor. So these three stages of information is there. So you can pyramid, you can say. So that form will be given to you. You have to print it out and fill it up all the information. Maybe the form will be varied to department level, because this form is related to us based on the regulations and other part related to MBA and other related information. So maybe little bit variation is there. Otherwise, the information you have to put all are basic. Okay. And one interesting and funny thing is that if I ask to sign your parents in this form, what happens? They will not do it. Okay, so that thing is very important. Be interactive with your parents also. Okay, so it is not harming any of you. So that's all. Any other question? Okay, thank you then.
Thank you, sir, for elaborating on the mentorship program at the university. So, our next module is a module on self-awareness. It was to be delivered by Dr. Anmita Day, but due to rain, she is not here. And as a consequence, you are stuck with the same old face that is me. So, for the next 20 minutes, I will be trying to show you that there is a thing called self-awareness. Now, how do I show you what is self-awareness? How many of you decided to come to the college this morning, got out of the house, saw it was raining, decided let's not go to the college, and nonetheless came back to the college. Okay. Other than that, everyone wanted to come to the college. Obviously, hey, college ki ja rahe the to. That means you are undeterred by whatever calamitic force you encounter, be it a tornado, a tsunami, you still come to the college. Because this is the college life, right? I will be at the college, whatever happens. Or you have already made very good friends here and you have made plans with them. You college বাইরে আজকে আমি এটা করব। Right? Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that decision that you made today, yes, I'll go to the university today, for whatever reason, be it like to attend the induction program, be it to go and have a chat with your friends, be it just simply sit here and like drowse off. It's cool, it's comfortable. You have never questioned why you made this decision. Similarly, each and every day we make thousands of decisions even without knowing consciously that we are making small, almost involuntary decisions. We are but a confluence of so many factors, so many factors that work on us, and yet we subscribe to them, we succumb to them. Are you thinking about lecture today? About lecture, about like for another 20 minutes, more of like what is the self? আমি কি ডিগ্রি জানি না তাহলে? Do I not know myself? Now mostly you are all Gen Zs, right? Like mostly. So you are quite aware of yourself. Like, but I was not. Like back in our generation, songs were like "Tune nahi jana." Like every time it was like the other person is not being able to understand me. The other person does not understand what is there in me. मैं तो ठीक ही हूँ. I am the supreme. I am always correct. How many of you feel that you are always correct? Wow, only one hand. Great. So I told you, your Gen Zs, you are much more like aware than me. I was never aware of the self that I was creating. I still am not. Whenever I go onto YouTube, I find that because I am poor, I have not been able to subscribe to YouTube Premium, and I still see YouTube ads before like accessing the videos. So what happens? There's a video where a robot is wearing a sari and he's saying, do not even by mistake place your date of birth here. Then AI astrologers will tell you that if your ex is coming back to you or not. We have one vertices, that is USA and China, where they are making plot and something is made like mythos, fable, like on the world's toughest examination, they are creating like calculating 78 percentile marks. In India, we have not made substantial strides in AI as of yet, but whatever we have made for like wearing like a robot wearing sari and saying like, no, don't even by mistake put your dates here. Because then you will know when your ex is coming back to you. The question is, somebody must have thought about this advertisement, right? And they had the ingenious idea of placing it on YouTube for poor people like me who cannot skip. So, when like back in the earlier generation, you need to know your life path, so you go to astrologers.
Although I am an astrologer.
Fine, I do not disrespect any opinion. What I'm trying to say is that we have always believed that there is a predetermined path, and there was a set of person who believe if there is a predetermined path, what is the logic of this life? if already what everything is decided in my life, where do I stand in the grand scheme of things? My things got so interesting that there was a background music as well. So where do I stand? There. Do I get to make my own choice? Or is it just everything is predetermined? What do you think? Do you believe in like a predetermined path, or do you believe in the choices that you make every day? No, you can answer. I'm not going to like pick you up here like, yeah, tell me your beliefs. Do you believe that? How do you believe you control your life? And like others are what? Like your parents are controlling you?
Yes.
Fine, I get it. So this is the journey. Why I'm like picking up on this is that obviously until this point you had your parents had supreme control on you. Now you have come to the college. Now you're like your wings are spread. Now you can fly higher. You can be Peter Parker jumping from building to building. Or you can be like Odysseus in Odyssey, lost while trying to get back home. How many of you get lost while trying to get back home? Like, এখান থেকে 5:30 বেরোলাম 10টায় বাড়ি পৌঁছলাম. Happens, right? This is a journey of knowing the self. What am I? And if you are to ask this question to yourself, what am I? You will not get an answer because you have never thought of it. If you ask me the same question, I will not be able to answer the same. Because it's a dynamic process, it keeps on changing. Yesterday in the Telegram group, I gave like the schedule for this day. And somebody mentioned, "Abhi ye dekh ke dukhi ho gaye." And then somebody cared to mention that, "Arey ye to professor hai." And then I said sorry. And the sorry was also SRY. More of SRK than SRY, but whatever it is. Then I gave the Google form for like the creative competition and the sketch on spot. And somebody replied, "Raat mein kahan se le aaye art material?" Like for sketching on spot, what art material would you need? A pencil. Maybe different shades of pencil. But nonetheless, you have this impulsive drive like, yeah, I need to show that I am here. So barge in on a comment. When I was coming to the college today, and all of you like, I will meet you in the totos and the like conveyances, not by choice, but by compulsion because like conveyance is limited from here, right? So two students were discussing. এটা আমার জীবনের সবার থেকে খারাপ 3 বছর. And they were. I'm not mentioning the department. I figured out the department. এটা খুব খারাপ 3 বছর. আমি শুনছি. Me being a teacher should know. এটা কেন খারাপ লাগছে. Then the other person replied. There was another student who replied. না তুমি তো ক্লাসে এসে খাতাও খোলো না. Then the other student added on, "হ্যাঁ তুমি তো অন্য কারণের জন্য এখানে আসো." যে এখানে আসছে ক্লাস না করার জন্য, সে খাতাও খুলছে না সারাদিন. He or she is not opening the copy. He's thinking like, "Oh, this is the like worst 3 years of my life." How did he or she evaluate that these were the worst years? Maybe যে অন্য কারণটার জন্য আসে সেটা অতটা ভালো না. That is the exact point. I could have gone to like, I could have made a PPT, I could have shown you like so many personality charts. The only point in the entire life is to know who you are and what you really want. If you go to the Vedanta philosophy, they will tell you, "Arey, phone aa gaya." If you go to the Vedanta philosophy, it will teach you that you are the only one. Ek ebang advitya. Advaita philosophy. Ek ebang advitya. You are the one. In the age of AI, how can we say that I am the one? Because whatever your prompts are, whatever your preferences are, whatever you are questioning, AI is basically creating a model. I'll just give one more example before I tell 2 to 3 technical terms. Again, I was in a Toto coming with students. Oh no, this time it was auto. And it was a day of examination. So people are generally anxious, ki porikha ki asbe. And there was a question, maybe of maths. The subject paper was not maths, but it was a mathematical question. And one of the students was saying, answer to thik dichche ChatGPT. In the process টা ভুল আমার 4 উত্তর আসার কথা কিন্তু ChatGPT -4 দেখাচ্ছে and I was taking this order from Dunlop to Agarpara, so it takes around like 7 to 8 minutes. For 7 minutes 2 students talk to each other যে কেন -4 হচ্ছে কেন -4 হচ্ছে maybe -4 is even the wrong answer, but they kept on believing it is the right answer, and in the end they kind of justified their own mistake and said that no, the AI platform is right, so let's do it in a different way. On the side niye chole jaye -4 hoye jabe. And when I got down on the, and this is a real incident, when I got out of the auto, they were convinced that the answer is -4, AI is right, I was wrong. This happens to us on a regular basis. So we are a bundle of so many factors that we are yet to know. Why it has been kept in Student Induction Programme? Because you are at that precipice of life where you are that Peter Parker which can fly, but you don't know where to fly to. And then a Spider-Man hanging from the top of like New York building would say like with great powers comes great responsibility. So if powers have been placed in your hand, responsibilities will be coming. Don't believe the student who saying আমি ক্লাসে খাতা খুলি না because we are not that innocent. Teachers are not that innocent. If you are not opening copies, they will pull you up like কি হয়েছে খাতা কোথায়. But whatever projection you are making out of yourself, projection, how I project myself to the external world. আমার কলেজে বলে যে ও এই স্যারটা তো স্ট্যান্ড আপ কমেডিয়ান করতে করতে পড়ায়, স্ট্যান্ড আপ কমেডি করতে করতে পড়ায়. It is my projection. At one point of time, like a student asked me, sir, এটা কত জিজ্ঞেস করবো? জিজ্ঞেস করুন. In the lift, people ask me weird questions in all like weird places. Sir, studentরা আপনাকে sigma বলে ডাকে কেন? Why do students call you sigma? And I was like, I come to know this for the first time. But there is something called, you can like Google this up, it's an old model called the Johari window. The Johari window. It's like a 4 grid and it has 4 quadrants. And in those 4 quadrants, it gives you a like quadrant of the self. One is the self that is known to you. What are your preferences? The second quadrant is the hidden area. It might not be known to you. The third area is your projection, where people know you. And the fourth area is like you have hidden potential, but it has not been recognized yet. So you can be like Arjit Singh, like getting out of a competition, but coming back stronger than ever and becoming #1 singer of India and probably immortalizing his name. There is something called the MBIT test, Myers-Briggs personality test. It gives you 16 personality traits. You don't have to go to an AI platform to tell like whether your ex is coming back to you or not. You have MBIT test. It gives you 16 personality traits. You can know yourself. There is something called SWOT now. SWOT. How many of you know about this? This is pretty common. 1. So what is the full form? Can anyone tell me? Traits. So people are trying to know themselves. There are various ways. I will end here because my time is almost up. What you need to know and why I keep stressing this, like you have a journey to make. This world is changing very rapidly. You know the AI generation, the AI age is greater than the industrial revolution. Everything that we see will be changing in days to come. How you attach yourself to this world, how you make sense of this world, how you habitate this world how you find success in this world can only be made possible if you know what you want from this world and how you want from this world. That is the gist of self-awareness that I can tell you in 20 minutes. Hopefully, I've not wasted your time. Thank you, everyone. Now, the next module, I have been the anchor, so it's also my duty to tell you about the next module. It's about the library facilities at JIS University, because all of you are very studious, because you have decided to come to the university, battling odds. So thank you for being here. So the librarian madam will be speaking on the library facilities, library opportunities here in JIS University, and please listen to her with care because you will have to access library on a very regular basis. Thank you, everyone.
Hello. Hello. Good morning to all of you. So, you all have been already you're part of JIS now. But still, from library, we welcome you. How many of you have already visited library? Okay. So, I will give you a short overview. The Central Library of JIS University is an integral part of the institute since its establishment in 2015 in order to cater the academic requirement of the students and faculty members. Uh, well, we have almost 15,000 collection of books, e-resources, databases, and also journals, printed journals and online journals. And the main objective, the main objective is to promote reading habits, extensive use of reading material, and to provide every reader, means you students, with your book and information, because now it's time we have transitioned from the traditional book era to digital era or information. Now we don't we only go through textbook, we go through resources. So since you all have come to your UG level, so now not only textbook, but you can go through all the other resources and online materials. So that you will get access here. These are the timings, and all these things you will also get in our notice board. It's also mentioned there. But still have a look. Central Library is open from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday, and also it's open on Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Also we have Pharmacy Library. It's open from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Next, there are some rules and regulations that you should be abiding to. I will be just reading out only one or three, and most importantly, now you will be. Some of the students came up to me asking like, "Ma'am, I don't have ID card, so what I will be showing?" For time being, you can come with your money receipt. Come in the library. Right, we have a register. You can write down your ID number that you have been, or the enrollment ID, and you can use the reading area. We will be issuing you out shortly. Afterwards, you will be notified regarding your library cards. So after you will be notified, you can come and we will be issuing it out the library card. Till then, you can come to the library, use the resources, You can refer the books inside. And also we have digital library, so you can browse the resources. And yeah, we have newspaper and reference material. Some of the books are reference category book that you will not be issued out. Apart from that, the books that are in the stack area, you can we will be issuing it out. And the standard rule for issue and out. Next. Next. So these are the e-journals and databases that you can see. We have Delnet, we have IEEE. IEEE have also two collection, and we have JHOP, that is Health Education Bureau, that will be basically for the pharmacy student, it will be helpful. And we have Science Direct, we have ebook collection from Pearson and McGraw-Hill. This is like you can browse them from anywhere through Nimbus portal. So you can access them from anywhere. You don't have to be in library to use them or in the campus. This is all. And we also have spiritual library. And next, this is pharmacy library. Next. Thank you. This is the short, brief introduction to library resources. For any more queries related to libraries, you can definitely reach us. Library is situated in the first floor, and as mentioned, pharmacy library is on the fourth floor. Any questions? Okay, lastly, I will end with a quote, famous quote. How many of you have seen Harry Potter? Nice. How many of you have read the book? Okay. So there is a very famous quote. When in doubt, go to the library. Thank you.
Hello. Next, we have a session of thought chamber. Then, yes, so then Dr. Shambhu Kundu, Controller Man, Dr. Shukanto Shekhar Bhattacharya, Bioscience, Dr. Deepurva Pal, Bioscience, and Dr. Kullan Kumar Banerjee, Physics, will take over.
Hello. A very rainy good morning to all of you. We are supposed to discuss something on environment, chaos, vulnerability, and mitigation or remediation. Okay. So basically, we chose this topic thinking that all of you are aware as well as living in this environment only. So rather than discussing among ourselves, it would be better if you also actively participate in this panel or this chamber of thought. So I hope everybody agrees to this. So we will be discussing with you only what are your thoughts, what you are thinking, how you are supposed to change the environment and related things. So is it okay with you? Can we proceed with this title? So let us start with a very simple question. Whether do you think our environment is in a chaotic position? Just answer in yes or no. It's not that we are taking classes. You can share your thoughts. Nothing like that. See, whenever we talk to a stranger, the one common topic that generally comes up about the weather, isn't it? Because that is a common area where everybody can say anything. আজকে বৃষ্টি হচ্ছে, আমি জল পার করে এলাম, আমার হাঁটু অবধি জামা ভিজে গেছে, পায়ে কাদা লেগে গেছে, তাই তো? Yes? So let's talk about that. Now when we talk of environment, how many of you have taken, in school now, environmental sciences is a subject, isn't it? You have already read about it, right? So we all face environmental changes. You have read about environmental changes. What is the major change that we are facing today? Yes? Global warming, yes. So what does global warming mean?
I'm too big. Because destroying environment, cutting plants, oxygen level is down.
Yes, destroying the environment. Global warming means abnormal increase in temperature in the environment.
Because of cutting of plants.
Now, during the summers, we often see the temperatures rise to about 40 or above, isn't it? This was not so maybe some 10 years before. So obviously the environment is warming up. So there are many reasons to it. One is, what is a major reason? CFC, yes, increase in greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gas means carbon dioxide, methane. Methane is another gas. Now, someone was telling cutting down trees. What happens when we cut down trees? Trees are a source of carbon dioxide absorbing agents. So when we cut down trees, we release large amount of carbon dioxide, or we actually reduce the agents who absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Right? So now I think everybody will have a say.
Good morning, everyone. From JIS University point of view, we have 5 departments in science faculty: physics, chemistry, mathematics, art science, and remote sensing, and GIS. So from Department of Physics, as I am from Department of Physics, we will, from Faculty of Department of Physics, we will teach you remote sensing and GIS, and basically CSC department, BTech, first semester and third semester. So first of all, we want questions from you. This is not a class. If it is a class, then I have a question to ask. Everyone had science as you are in BTech. So I want an answer from everyone. What is electron? If it's a class. But if it's not a class, then you also may ask. You ask ourselves, if any question. As ma'am said, you have taken admission in a BTech college, BTech University. So after 4 years of completing BTech, there is campusing and there is job, everything. But as in the previous session, sir said, what is your aim and what do you be in life? What you want to be in life? It is the first 2 question. If anyone, you must speak first. As a regarding environment, what ma'am said that greenhouse effect, increase in temperature, but what preventive measures have been taken by USA or some developed country?
Sir,
Any information regarding that?
Sir, one thing I know, in India, if we are constructing any building or any property,
Just one minute. Sorry, sir, to interrupt. Shakila Khatun? Yeah, you're feeling ill, right? So you can go out, have food, and then come back.
Yes, sir. In India, as I see that if we are constructing any buildings, we cut down trees. But in America, there is a one machine. If the properties are constructing, then the machine will shift the tree to another land. That is why the cutting of trees is less in America as compared to India.
Okay, sit. Anyone else?
That is a good example.
Good example. Anyone else?
Good morning, all. Did you have your breakfast today? I know it was a rainy day and there was time was less, but I assume you had some breakfast. No? Then you have to use up your glycogen reserves. Good morning, all. Couldn't hear. Still couldn't hear. Oh, thank you. That's great. That should be the energy level. Okay. So my first question to you, keeping in continuation with the discussion, that is, how many of you interacted with the environment today? How many of you thought about the environment while coming to this university? Raise your hands. Nobody? But I can prove that all of you thought about it. Which road did you take? This way or that way? Left hand side, right hand side? Left hand side or left hand side? Well, you had an experience then. Our university, it is marked with a landmark. You know that? If you don't know it, you will feel it very soon. We are in a hilly region. We have a Mount Neelganj here. Just if you walk out of the university, you will see a mountain. Right? What is that made up of? Garbage. How many of you visited that one? Or how many of you could see that one? Wow. Good. I can see around 60% hands being raised. The other 60% I assume came from the other side. And how many of you felt it today? You get the aroma. Sometimes during the class you will get that aroma coming from Mount Neelganj. So my question to you is that, do you feel that is a waste? It's a waste, right? So what is a waste? What is a waste? Just feel free. It's an open discussion, so no need to be worried about. Just speak out your mind. Yes? Yeah, just speak out. Bolo. Mic pass karo. Anything, just speak out. What is waste? Yes.
Asa, can we call the chairs in which you are sitting, can we call these as waste? Why? So what will we waste then?
Something that is not useful, absolutely. Something that you are not finding use currently. But when we look at waste, the very definition, the simplest definition of waste is a misplaced resource. Ma'am just said that that we are facing the problem of global warming. She mentioned two gases, right? One was carbon dioxide and the other was methane, right? Methane. Now, if you look at the combustible gases that are being used by human beings or the biogas that is being used, do you know the composition of biogas? Yes? Methane, right? It's around 60% of it is methane, 40% of it is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide doesn't burn, methane burns, right? And methane is being used in the kitchens and for the other works. Methane is being used. But this methane which is there, this methane is also a very interesting gas. Because this how many of you have read ghost stories? A lot of you, right? So where do you find ghosts generally in the stories? Yes?
In the abandoned house.
In the abandoned houses, right? In the abandoned houses. First is abandoned houses, you find the ghosts. Where else?
Or in the graveyard.
Dirty places, graveyards, banyan trees, right. Do they live in cities? In the middle of the cities? Japanese ghosts live. Indian ghosts, if you look at them, you find them outside, right? Outside the villages. In the villages, generally, if you read that, if you read old ghost stories, you will see that these ghosts which are there, generally they live outside the villages, in the swampy areas, outside the villages, in the abandoned places. There will be some grass, there will be some swamp. In those places, you will find ghosts. Very haunted places. Do you know the origin of these ghosts? How these ghosts come in? What do the ghosts do generally? When we were kids like that, the ghosts, they were very social at that time. So when you would go outside the villages, you will see that there were many ghosts who would sit there, and then they would light the fire, and then they would sit around the fire gossiping amongst themselves. Very social ghosts. So actually that fire which came out, that was, what was that? Methane. Absolutely. That was methane. Alea. So when these people who were the people previously, when they would walk out of their villages, they would see that this fire coming out. And then they would see that then naturally, fire is associated with human beings, or if not human beings, then ghosts. So when there are no human beings who are there, ghosts. So generally what happened that these ghost stories, they revolve around this, methane thing. So methane is a very interesting gas. If you look at this dump yard, do you think it produces methane? It does, right? It does, right? It does produce methane. And what is the price of our gas cylinders? Whatever bit, it is rising. Strait of Hormuz, right? It's rising. So now you see, we are troubled by one of the problems when we come here. When we come here, we see that that there is a mountain sitting there, Mount Nilganj is there, from which we are getting all the aroma, which can be if properly utilized, we can generate the methane, which is being released in the environment. Otherwise, as a greenhouse gas, we can use it effectively in our kitchens, right? In the kitchens where we are using gas and the gas price is rising, right? So we have a resource here which is misplaced. Got my point? So as young students, as young professionals, we have to start thinking in those lines. Because what we do here is we are wasting a big resource here and we are causing trouble to ourselves with that resource. So if utilized properly, you see, this is just a small example. If utilized properly, then actually we can generate money from this waste, and then we can also get rid of this major problem which is happening here. So taken together, but it is not possible for for one discipline to do it. Like only bioscience cannot do it, only civil engineering cannot do it, only computer science cannot do it, only chemistry cannot do it. An integrated effort is required, and that's why I think this is a very proper forum in which we can discuss this issue. So this is just like this was supposed to be an opening remark from all of us, but I pulled it a bit longer. But I'll just pass it on so that like we can start discussing it further, and we can get your opinion as well. And as we move along, we will discuss the other aspects as well, because environment doesn't only is not only concerned with this Mount View. There are many other things to it which we will be discussing subsequently. Okay, and we'll also invite your opinion also, because it matters. Because you are also ones who are facing all these problems. So your opinion, what you see, what you feel, what can be done. So all these things they matter, and that's why we have this discussion forum. So now I'll pass on the mic once again to Divya Pamela, and then or America take over. So and then we'll invite opinion from all of you. Yeah, please.
I just wanted to continue what Sir said, that is usage of the waste. What we feel is we feel distressed, the smell we cannot tolerate, but that is a useful product, isn't it? So once we convert it into a useful product, we generate some revenue. So when we talk about this, generating revenue from waste, we are shifting from waste management to waste valorization. That is, we are considering waste not as a waste to be managed or disposed. We are considering waste as a resource for generation of revenue, wealth, right? So in many of your houses, I think there is kitchen waste. Every houses, not many houses, every houses there will be kitchen waste, right? So kitchen waste, what do you do? What does your mother or whoever cooks? Where does the kitchen waste go? Feel free to talk. This is a discussion, as Sir said, as we are all telling. Feel free. Where the waste go? Dustbins. All of your houses, the kitchen waste goes to the dustbins. Now, is there a segregation of dustbins? That is, one is the wet bin and the other is the dry bin, right? Now, in villages mostly, you'll find that your mother or whoever cooks in the house, they dump the waste on some pits. Have you seen it? They dig pits in the soil in the garden area and dump the waste there. Have you seen that? Isn't it? What does it do? What happens to the waste? It decomposes and it increases soil fertility. Yes, right. That means the waste is converted into fertilizer. So when the wet waste, that is decomposable waste, if it is dumped or if it is treated in a proper manner, it can be converted into fertilizer, which is called compost. That is also revenue generation. Now, when those who are interested in gardening have definitely heard of compost, isn't it? Compost as fertilizer. So that can also be a source of revenue generation. As Sir was talking, that you are the future of JIS, or you are the future of the world, as I had said it in the first day itself. What you can do, you can think of, here also we have a canteen. Lots of waste is generated. We can set up composting centers in campus to improve the waste segregation, waste utilization, waste valorization, right? So that also you can think of as a part of a project.
Okay, so let us move from waste to drinking water. So how many of you are carrying today water bottles? So is it a packaged bottle, means mineral water bottle, or you are carrying some container from your home? How many of you are carrying plastic water bottles? You can raise your hands. I will not scold. So rest of you are carrying, not carrying anything or carrying containers from your home. Steel bottles? Anybody carrying? Okay, very good. So what is the problem with these plastic water bottles? Anybody can answer. Microplastic. তারপরে? ওটাই সবচেয়ে বড় problem. And what about the food containers that you order from Arsalan or Armenia? All the packaged foods that you think, same problem. Even those are hot. When they are serving, they are very hot. So microplastics or nanoplastics, they are a huge problem. That is one thing. And they are considered as emergent pollutants in water. And the plastic that you are carrying, suppose you today empty the water bottle, then what will you do? Will you carry it in your home and throw away the empty bottle?